I have a timeless message for you, Taurus. You could be the ages of 32, 35, 44, 39, or somewhere in between those transits. Those numbers could also be significant, as in you've seen them for some time now, or you've been seeing them out in the world as signs or synchronicities. I'm also picking up those numbers as angel numbers that resonate deeply with you whenever you are guided to this reading. So when you're guided to this message, Taurus, you will be actively working towards overcoming some type of fear, phobia. For others, you will be letting go of things like friends, families, lovers, and foes that trigger some type of habit or coping mechanism that you've been working on as shadow work, or as as a way of clearing out your energy. All right. I see you in this message, or in this timeline, or time. Yeah, because this is timeless, right? So whenever you're guided to this, I see you pretty much strolling along, really on your, like this, on your own magical journey. Okay, so I see you strolling along like on your own magical journey. You have like this type of wonder about life. You're going to be drawn to 3 different paths. Okay, all of it's going to look different for each of you, but they're going to have similar remnants. All of them are going to be unknown to you, which makes me feel as if it's something you've never done before, or you don't know what to expect. But whenever this happens, Taurus, you aren't in a space of feeling anxious or like you're trying to rush towards either path or either opportunity. The universe is going to be guiding you towards your soul's desired path here. And when you're in this process of leaving this safety net of your hometown, or this safety net of like what you're familiar to, the comfort zones that you're familiar with, the people that you're familiar with, one of these options, okay, with this Ace of Cups, one of these options, you're going to feel like people are telling you no. Like everything about it's going to feel like yes, but you're going to feel like the people around you are reinforcing no. They're going to be telling you, be careful, all right? Be careful of this person. Be careful of this path. They will be saying things like, you're going the wrong way. All right, you're going the wrong way. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I won't be able to come down this path with you if you choose this particular path. I won't be able to support you if you choose that person, path, or thing. Whatever it is, if you choose that path, or that lifestyle that they are going to say these types of opposition, okay, where we're going to have to let each other go, we're going to have to move on with our lives, and we won't be able to do it together anymore. They will also tell you, Taurus, that you won't be successful here with this life purpose in reverse, that you're going to lose money, friends, supporters, etc., etc. Whatever they say, though, to detour you from this path of your journey, it's going to feel like you're alone. Okay, with this mirror making, you're going to feel like you're doing the right thing. You're going to feel good about it, but you're going to feel very alone. But Spirit will communicate with you, and the ways in which Spirit will reassure you is going to come through the forms of your instincts. So these are symbols, animals, colors, wind, trees. They're going to just notice that that the trees are speaking to you, that the wind is speaking to you. And this is how you're going to know that this path is for you. Many of you, this is just you choosing yourself, not knowing what's to come of it, right? Self-love here. And I'm seeing here with practicality that the more people that come, the more people will go. So it's like a shop. They're passing. So you're going to notice that you're connecting with people, you're surrounded by people, but they're only coming to either collect, or they're coming to get something that they need, but it's in passing. And you're going to have many, 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 many moments where you're going to share special moments with people. Okay? But with Ace of Cups and Mirror here, you are unapologetically at peace with the special time that you share with these people. All right? For however long you share it, you're no longer desiring a need to have someone with you or be in a relationship or be surrounded by people. You meet so many wonderful people along your journey, and you're seeing how they all have their commitments and they all have their drive, their purpose, and their motives. But you yourself, as the individual, Taurus, you're not doing it for the sake of vanity. Okay, you're not doing it for the sake of wanting to be likability or something like that. You're no longer sacrificing yourself in an unnecessary way for others. And this period of time or transit that you'll be going through, it's going to feel a little fickle with instincts in reverse. You're going to feel like, I'm not quite sure if I'm doing this the right way, or if I'm not quite sure if this is the right thing to do, because the physical people in my environment are reinforcing that this is the reason why you're single. This is the reason why you're alone. This is the reason why, as if it's a punishment to you choosing this path. But that's the space where you're meant to experience some type of liberation, this some type of freedom. Like, yeah, I may not have those people, places, and things as a comfort zone or as a reassurance, but I am at peace. I'm at harmony with my choice, right? So I feel like for however long you're sharing these memories with people, you're absorbing the memories with this Ace of Cups. I see you in a space where you're kind of just like, I'm grateful to have shared this love with this person for 6 months, 3 months, however long. I'm grateful to have did something creative with this person and tapped in with them creative. But now it's time for me to go off and help another person, right? It's time for me to do this activity in seasons. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. It's in seasons. I'm also seeing Gesture the cat. If you've ever saw Alice in Wonderland, the cat always appeared to, like, in every scenario where things were chaotic or things were a mess or someone was alone and they were feeling lost or confused, you always saw Gesture the cat show up. And that's the energy that I'm picking up here. So you're going to be spending a lot of time with the spirit of Gesture the cat. And in this time, that cat energy, all right, Lynx, cat, whatever you want to call it, that spirit animal with instincts here, because I'm definitely picking up cat here. Cats are going to be communicating with you. Like, you're transitioning from the wisdom of a dog, right? Or a mule, someone that just tends to something aimlessly. And you're crossing over into like the wisdom of the feline. And in that space, the feline is going to teach you. If you ever pay attention to a cat will purr, a cat will transmute energy, a cat will spend time with you, but they don't have to be possessive over you. You know, they have their traits, yes, but for the most part, they're pretty independent, right? And I feel like this is going to be the animal that's drawn to you, you drawn to it, is going to be the independence around how you give and receive love, okay? How you share space and freedom with the world around you. So this cat energy is going to be offering you moments, Taurus, to just sit back and grin at all of the magic around you. So it's like being at the mall or in the shopping market and nobody knows who you are. You're going to have moments to be in spaces with people where nobody knows who you are and nobody's judging you and nobody's ridiculing you. It's like you're nobody. And in that space of being nobody, you're everything and all things at the same time. But you get to sit back and be in the audience, okay? And I'm hearing again, or you're going to have an opportunity to sit back and be in the audience. If you guys are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you are a Taurus and you resonate with this channel, stay for a while because I got some more channeled messages coming back after this. Yeah, Ace of Cups still at the bottom of the deck. So Spirit gave me a very clear, specific message. This isn't going to resonate with everyone. All right. So sacred grounds. Okay, so certain regions have certain geometrical gridlocks that prevent or allow roads to open. They showed me this symbol, okay, and I heard pentagram, all right, whether that be any type of sigil or incantation, but this is bigger than a person doing this. This is kind of like geometrical pyramids, geometrical symbols that are in the earth signs that are already encrypted or engridded on this earth. Okay. So some of you will be moving to other regions to open the grid for growth and expansion. They also gave me an example of Lake Lanier, and they told me the word voyage. So Lake Lanier was a city, right? Or a town that was Oscarville originally. So so like that would be an example of like a gridlock, right? So that entire area has a gridlock of memories, okay? Memories of a lifestyle, Oscarville, memories of a nation, a community, or something like that. And all of the things that is experienced in that area has something to do with that grid being locked. There's some type of, curse, hex, but it's more than that. It's a locked grid as a space is what they're showing me, where it's like a no-fly zone, right? If I could describe that, it would be like a no-fly zone, no swim zone. So you're going to be charting new territory with this voyage energy. And at this period of time, you're going to feel like, how am I going to make this happen? How am I going to move from state, country, I don't know, to get out of this gridlock, right? So I feel like you're going to come encounter with friends, network with people that are going to help you attract the right type of like good energy, good grids, okay? Yeah, success, the right type of success, but it will require you to let go of a comfort zone, whether that be person, place, or thing. Yeah, this is definitely travel, expansion, moving forward, not backwards. Moving away from heartbreak, not towards it. So, there's a lot of confusion that you're going to be feeling, Taurus, when this reading is meant to resonate for you, okay? And you're going to be trying to figure out how or who can help me do something. Who do you love? I feel like you're going to be in a phase in your life where you're trying to figure out who deserves your love, right? With the Ace of Cups, because you have a lot to offer, right? So you're going to be wanting to make the right type of decisions. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, many, many, many people are going to, I heard, bank back around, okay? So they're going to do like a U-turn. And you're going to have an opportunity for you to forgive certain people or certain people to forgive you. And in that space where you guys are exchanging, like looking back on the situation, and you guys are reflecting on the things that you didn't know in the past and the things that you do know now. the time and quality time, whether that's 7 months, a month, or a year, or 2 years, you're going to be able to reflect on it and say, now I understand why I had to reconnect with that person for however long. Now I understand why it was so important to see that person again. Hold on, Taurus. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. You're just going to have a moment of clarity on your journey where you're able to see why something was so confusing at a period in your life, why something just didn't make sense. And it has something to do with a locked grid. It has something to do with karma. It has something to do with an environment. So you can work as hard as you want it to work. You can put in as much sweat equity as you want it to put in, make as many deals or connections that you wanted to make. But as long as you were in this grid, or you was in this environment, you would have to do it the way the grid sets it up. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, if you've ever noticed that, you know, a lot of people that are successful, especially in ways where they experience like a crazy ass overpour into their finances or into their career, they will service the United States, but they'll be living like on an island that ain't never been touched before. It's something about the grid opening up. The energy is clear. There's nothing obstructing the flow of creativity. There's nothing obstructing the flow of, you know, how far you can go, how far you can expand. So let's get some wisdom from the oracles. We're going to just pull one card. Normally I pull 3. If y'all are familiar, I normally pull 3. If you're a part of the Stay Nested membership, we're really going to be focusing over the next week, if you're in that membership, on the energy that will support you in your manifestations, law of attraction, and things like that. So if you aren't a member, I did post it in the description box for you to be able to join if you would like to. So we have the golden ratio. All right. So like I said, these numbers are showing up again, but it's like even to odd. So we have beauty, nature, patterns. When you get to a point on your journey, Taurus, where you're able to predict the weather, you're able to predict when it's going to rain, you're able to just know things, that's a confirmation for you that you have outgrown a particular grid or a comfort zone. That you're ready for something. Because at that point, even if it's a relationship, if you could predict the weather, you feel me? If you can kind of sense when it's about to rain, then you can sense when a relationship is about to plummet, right? You can sense when something isn't going to work anymore. So whatever this program is that's restricting the flow of you trusting your instincts, I feel like that is going to be cleared very soon. But the decision still has to be yours, because nobody can do it for you, right? You could pray about it all day. The universe can bring the opportunity towards you, align you to the thing in which you are manifesting for yourself, right? I'm not speaking about manifesting over another person, but I'm speaking about manifesting for your soul's purpose. But if you don't walk through that door, or you don't make the choice, and no choice at all is also a choice, then you'll just have to wait for the next time around. It will come back around, because nothing is new under the sun, and everything revolves around it. So you will become aware in seasons and cycles about this matter. So you never really have to worry about missing your opportunity or missing your blessing, because you're going to get it again. It's just going to show up in a different way. For some of you, it's going to show up in a different person, but you're going to realize that there are remnants of familiarity that you were able to acquire with Jimmy, John, and Jacob, right? So let's give an example. Or Sally, Polly, I don't know, Kelly. Let's give them names, okay? So let's say you came in contact with different characters, right? You're still the main character, Taurus, because we're talking about you and your story. So you're always the main character in your story. Your interactions with pivotal people on your journey, your soul calls out to those people to come forth to play in what I call the spiritual sandlot. So in that spiritual sandlot, that's where you and another person gets to play on the playground. Let's interact with each other. Let's expand. Let's grow. And so we challenge each other, right? Our patterns, our triggers, they come up and we become aware of them. How we respond is what separates us from being mature or immature. But in the sandlot, the rules are mutual. We are mutually interacting, mutually learning, and mutual feelings, and all so forth and so on. However, when you get to the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and the role plays out in different ways, but you're seeing a familiar pattern in each player, you have identified the pattern. You know the cycle. You know the seasons. So even when you meet someone that reminds you of a particular pattern, I'm not talking about the person, because we can get very confused about, who the one is. Right? And we can start to put on these rose-colored glasses around who we want the one to be. But the truth of the matter is, the decision is always going to be in the way in which that person loves themselves, right? So if you're on this journey where your soul is in pursuit of freedom, self-love, expansion, growth, then you got to walk it like you talk it. You feel me? So in every phase of your life, you're going to experience people that are sometimes they're in agreement during a certain season of loving themselves. And then the moment that the season shifts or the energy shifts, they're unable to maintain that same type of consistency. They can't go the distance because they haven't really, they're skipping levels. Okay. So how could I describe it? Spirit, give me an example. Sometimes people will convince themselves that they are on a particular journey with you by letting you know their desires. I'm on the come up, or I'm becoming the person that I want to be. And that's okay, right? But while they're becoming the person they want to be, they can't become that person if they haven't left you and went to go play with somebody else, right? So when you want something that's ready-made, understand that person has to have history. When you want someone on your level, understand that that person has to have gone through something just similar to you, so you can both align. Otherwise, you'll be fighting against a current, right? One person will have to compensate for the other person's lack of discipline, their lack of structure and commitment and devotion to themselves. But in a space where you are free to put yourself first, the person that's meant for you, Taurus, will honor that, right? And they will understand that there's seasons and periods where you guys cannot be together. There's seasons and periods where you guys can. But unconditional love is saying that in order to embark on that type of relationship and see the beauty in what you're cultivating together, you're going to have to go on a journey and to understand the instincts, right? Why do we do things in cycles? Why does the birds migrate to a certain part of the earth when there's about to be a storm? That's the type of information, whoever I'm tapping into, you possess. You have this ability to know intuitively where to go, when to go, and how to do it, right? But in the everyday mundane things of life, we can tend to tell ourselves, I can't do that because I have to get my money up. You know what I'm saying? I got to get with the right person to become that version. And this is pretty much saying that a lot of those connections that you are meant to come encounter with, they do serve a purpose in your life. But if you never come encounter with them and you're avoiding playing in the sandlot, the spiritual sandlot with them, you will be left feeling void. Like, oh my God, I'm so bored. I'm bored out of my mind. I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. I just work. But it's because the interaction you're meant to have with certain people on your sandlot, you know, that you're contracted to come in contact with, you're hesitant of embarking or getting too close to people out of fear that you're going to go back to an old version of yourself. So at some point, either you're faking the funk and in telling yourself that you are changed or that you love yourself, or you're still afraid of not loving yourself or sacrificing yourself unnecessarily for others. So to avoid and protect that, there's that energy of, I'm just going to close the door. I'm not going to deal with anybody. It's the safest choice. It's the safest decision. So I feel like you're someone that takes a lot of time to observe the perspectives of other people. You may be at times you may attract a lot of controversial topics or interactions with people, but it allows for you to assess their thought process, and it allows for you to assess the way in which how they show up in their own reality. So like I said, in the timeless reading, right, you're going to have an opportunity to sit back and observe, whether this be spiritually. Some of you, this has already happened, and that observation that you've had to be able to observe the people around you. You want to know somebody for real, be around them when they don't know who you are. They're going to show you who they really are. You want to know how a person really feels about you or anything like that, just be in the environment. And you're going to hear how they talk to other people. And it's going to tell you everything that you need to know. There's something about being in the environment or in the audience, incognito. And this is how you know who's meant for you and who's not meant for you. Okay? And I feel like there is a decision that's playing out or will be playing out. But there's a little fear here. Yeah, because we have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, what deck do you want me to use? I heard, turn on the lights. I'm looking. I heard she keep her promises and never turn on you. So I'm hearing future. Tower. So someone is afraid of a breakup or unexpected disaster or things falling apart. And this is what has kept a person apprehensive. Like, what if things don't work out? What if we we break up and I'm unable to get over that person. It would be very traumatic, right? It would be traumatic. I've done so much work on myself. I feel like this is you, Taurus. You've done so much work on yourself. You've done so much to progress in life. You've done so much to go through, you know, you've gotten through the false, fake relationships. You've gotten through the fake lives and the fake friends and the fake things like that. And you have a good system or a good regimen, right? You wake up by morning, you're down by dawn, whatever the system is or the structure, it works for you. Okay? And I feel like there's communication here. Pondering if I should call, if I should reach out, if I should say something. 3 of Wands. Will the distance be a problem? Will the distance be a problem? Will, you know, will the worlds apart be a problem? The different lifestyles be a problem? The different, you know, there's just a different, all these are major arcana. You got the Tower, Judgment, the Hangman, and 3 of Wands. Will it be something that expands, or will it be something that depletes me? That's the kind of energy here. It's like, what purpose does it serve? Does it, the relationship serve? Does the friendship serve? This is how you, these are the lens that you now carry when making decisions with people. You know, how to be of service. How can we be of service? Not just to ourselves, but to the rest of the world as well. And is this my instinct speaking, or is this a prior illusion that I once lived through? Am I desiring something because it looks good, tastes good, smell good, or am I desiring it because it's genuinely healthy for me? These are very rational questions, you know. This is someone that I feel like, Taurus, you're very health conscious. You got your head on straight. Angels in reverse. I feel like God sent me an angel from the heavens above. Send me an angel from being in love. Okay, because all I do is cry. So, yeah, so here's the thing. Someone is healing from a past life or a past relationship, and there's some type of similarity or pattern or some type of familiarity that I feel like someone is sensing. This could be a new person, Taurus. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So your romantic feelings has been stirred. And I feel like it's so much coming up to the top, right? I feel like I know this person in a past life. I feel like I was guided to this person. I know this is something real for me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. This may also be bringing up a lot of, bringing back a lot of old relationships from past lives. This new connection, right? Because it's supposed to happen like that. Quarterly. So inner child healing is definitely here. Inner child healing can be this lifetime, a past life, and so forth. But I feel like someone's being made aware of, like, they're able to identify. So you may be able to identify, damn, that you have feelings. One thing's for certain. You know that you got feelings for somebody, okay? And you want to invest in getting to know someone, or you are willing to, you would like to communicate with someone with this Page of Pentacles. Clarify this Page of Pentacles, Spirit. 6 of Swords. In order to do so, you need to make peace with your inner child or something like that, or your past life. It's like you need to integrate your shadow, your past. You need to find peace to move on, and allow yourself to get to know somebody else. Yeah. So you could be carried away. I'm hearing a rift current. Something about a rift current could be significant. I got the eye of a tiger. Oh, wow. You got the Six of Swords twice from 2 different decks. So this is definitely a confirmation. In this shot, the person, normally there's an angel that's with this person. So this is someone that needed to heal put their heart back together from a past relationship, and they had to do it alone. They had to sit through this alone. They had to go through this experience alone without interruption. They had to go on that journey. And in this one, it's like now that someone has found their way through. Because if you see here, the sun is illuminating the way. But even the presence of an angel is not there. The spirit guide is not there. So this person needed to take some time away from the guides, away from listening to, and just sit with themselves to make peace with what needed to be healed. And with the Six of Swords here, it's like now that guide is coming back in to help this person. They're ready to or vice versa. It's starting to do that flippy thing that it likes to do sometimes, Taurus, when I'm talking to you. The Six of Swords is saying now that guide can come because this person has done that part by themselves. There was a rite of passage or something that they had to do. They had like some type of duty. They owed this to themselves. Someone went through a rite of passage here. That's what I'm seeing here. And now that they've transitioned out of that rite of passage, they're capable of giving love equally, equal reciprocity, because they needed to go in and finish it, close the door, heal their inner child. And I feel like they needed to face their fears. And so now the Two of Cups, they're open to a new relationship. They're open to a soulmate connection. Someone is giving themselves permission to be happy, permission to enjoy the fruits of their labor, take a vacation, time off. They're giving themselves permission now. It's like they've gone and they've seen all that they needed to see. And they got the confirmation and clarity that they needed, and they can move on peacefully. This is someone that needed to do whatever was necessary to move on peacefully without feeling like maybe I didn't explore everything from the past. Maybe I didn't figure out what all I needed to do. So take what resonates, Taurus. We're going to close out this reading. If you booked a Zoom call with me and I approved your request, please make sure that the invoice is completed, that the payment for the reading is completed within 24 hours, or I will have to decline it and open the time slot for other people. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. All of the links to join the Lovebirds tier is down below if you want to stay nested. It's going to be at the top in the description box along with my website information. You shouldn't have no problems anymore. Let's see. So we have Loon Intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Taurus. I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. Until the next one. Bye-bye.